Either.
Hello, my name is Sasanef Rivera, and this recording is a role play for Houston Christian University, and this video recording is for Counseling 5318 on counseling techniques and skills. And again, this is just role play. Hello, Priscilla, how are
Hi,
you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, thank you
Good.
for asking, and thank you for coming in today.
You're welcome.
So to start off with, I just want to talk about a couple of things. You had a chance to review your disclosure.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So just to, I guess, pinpoint a couple of things on the form.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that that I reiterate on your client rights.
Okay.
And so I just want to make sure that you know and you're aware that anything that we discuss today or in any sessions, that everything is confidential.
Yes.
Okay. Unless you know that there is something where I notice or I'm aware that you're a danger to yourself or anyone else, then I do have the obligation to report it.
Okay.
Okay, like to authorities or that sort of thing.
Okay.
Or if there's child or elder abuse or neglect.
Okay.
Also, as far as confidentiality, if your records are requested for subpoenaed by court, then that's another exception to our my confidentiality. If you disclose sexual conduct with a mental health provider with whom you have had a professional relationship as well, if information is requested by your contact provider or insurance, what have you, then I would also need to release the information.
Okay.
Also, if I'm directed by you in writing to disclose information to someone of your choosing, if you bring a malpractice suit against me as well. So these are circumstances in where I would need to disclose the confidentiality.
Okay.
Okay, so also you have a right to a copy of your record if you request it. Today I will be taking notes, so also I can share with you the notes. And then we're recording this session, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
For my supervisor, and
Okay.
then let's see what else. If you change your mind with going through with the counseling, this is just our intake. But if you decide not to continue with counseling or engage, you have that right as well.
Okay.
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 And so tell me, Priscilla, what brings you here today?
Well, I've been feeling really anxious, very irritable. But more than anything, my anxiety is just getting worse, I think, as time goes by. And it's harder for me to, I was able to handle it now, but now it's been a little bit difficult for me. So that's why,
Okay, and tell me a bit more on that. I was looking at your intake form.
Okay.
And I do see that you stated on here you haven't you've been treated by a psychiatrist in the past.
Yes.
Okay, and then also
like I've been to counseling before.
You've been to counseling before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then also have you you say you've been feeling very anxious.
Yes.
And it's getting out of hand. Can you tell me a bit more of that, like where you believe it's coming from?
I think it's coming a lot from work. I think I have a very demanding job because I work at a hospital. I work with patients. It's not so much of a hands-on, but it is more of a mental. I deal with patients who are very irritable, angry. I deal with patients' families that are upset because their loved ones have died and they blame that on the hospital. And with all that comes a lot of it weighs on you. Like eventually it weighs on you, when they start blaming you, and then management doesn't help with that either. They think that work is a piece of cake, and it's not. It's hard work. So it's more of a mental way that I have. I think it weighs a lot on you as someone who does patient intake like that. It's really tough. and all you can do is bite your tongue. But it starts to take a toll on you as time goes by. I've been in the medical field for about maybe 19, 20 years. And even then, every day is a different day. Every day is a different situation. So, but yeah, I mean, I was able to handle it before, but I think, little things here and there kind of weigh on you. Your kids are getting bigger. I feel like I'm not there enough. And it's a lot of anxiety that builds up for me.
Yes, I can see how that starts catching up to you, and with really not much control. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And you really don't have that control over, irritable patients, right?
Oh yeah, you can't control that.
And
you just have to hear them out.
Okay. And how is your support system at work from your team members?
Well,
supervisors, what have you?
The supervisors are good. I think it's more of my my partner that I work with side by side. It's a little bit hard when you're doing 80% of the work and they do 20, and they don't put anything more than they should, and you're just putting a lot. You're putting their part that they should be putting in, and that becomes very irritating. Because you go to work, you go to do whatever you have to do, and then you want to come home. Now it's weighing on me that we have to be staying past our clock out time, because work starts piling up, and he's no help. And I think a lot of that comes with I try to make peace. I try to keep like a good line of communication at work. I try to just be the positive person at work, and he's a very irritable person, and I think that draws a lot on me. Like, I have to bite my tongue a lot with him, because I don't want there to be any type of tension at work. So I just do what I can, and I just go with the flow. And going with the flow sometimes it takes a lot. With time, we're just like, oh my God, like, how much flow can I go with? So it becomes a lot. Supervisors, same. The on-site supervisor is really cool. She's very supportive. So is a male. But I think it's our out of town that I feel I have no support. They don't hear me out. He's favored a lot because he's a guy, and he's more of a, he tries to do all the right things, and he kind of sucks up a little bit, and I'm just there to work. Go with the flow. And I'm just like, just tell me what to do, I'll do it, and that's just what it is. So I don't do too much, but I feel like I do too much, and that takes a lot. It takes a lot on someone. So support system is slim to none sometimes. It's just like, I don't feel as much support as I feel I should be getting.
Okay, and then when you say he is your working partner?
Yeah, my working partner.
You divide the work between
we work. Yeah, we divide the work between the both of us. So we both do both patients, and we both do a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Okay, and you say, so you feel like you do 80% of the workload, and he puts less effort to it.
I think so. I mean, that's just my opinion. That's how I feel. I've worked with him so many years. And sometimes it just, he just likes to be on the phone, and everything's just, I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Okay. You say you go with the flow, so maybe you feel that there's not a lot of basically boundary setting or structure, and dividing the workload.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so how has that been affecting you personally?
Well, I think personally that's not something that I can speak on, because I feel like if I speak on it, it will bring tension to a workplace, and I don't like work tension, because I'm there 8 hours a day, sometimes more. I'm working 12-hour shifts right now, so that's not the type of thing that I want to bring up. So me not saying anything, I think, builds up a lot of irritability. Like, I get very irritated because you can't say anything, and that affects me, because I'm a very open person. I like to speak on what's wrong with me, and I just haven't been able to. I can't do it.
Okay. And so you stated on your intake that you rated a 9, so pretty high on the career concerns, goals, choices,
Yeah.
anxiety, definitely a 10, so very high there. Is that also that's affecting you personally,
Yes. Oh, definitely.
in your personal life? How is that? Can you tell me a bit more about that?
I think it affects me because I think I've set so much goals, and by goals I mean like I used to love to work out. I used to like to bike ride. I used to like to journal. I used to like to, color, adult coloring books. And to me, that was like my
Mm-hmm.
stress reliever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can say it's scrapbooking, crafts. That's something that I love to do. I like to
Mm-hmm.
do it. It calms me down. And lately, I have no interest in it. And that scares me because those are things that I like to enjoy to do. I like to do that stuff, and I like to work out. I like to take care of myself, and my goals have just not been met. I don't eat right. I don't have um a prepared lunch, and those are little things that may not be big to a lot of people, but they're big to me because if I'm not prepared in the morning, that irritates me in the morning. Like, what, I didn't bring my lunch, and guess what, if I don't bring my lunch, I don't eat right, and if I don't eat right, guess what, I've already lost my train of thought of, what, just forget it, I'm just not going to work out because I already started my morning wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And my mind is just going boom boom boom, like it never stops. It's always running on high,
Mm-hmm.
on high fuel. So it every goal that and I think, okay, when I get home, I'm gonna do this, and I can't do it because I get out late, I get out tired, I get out with no energy, no motivation. I don't see it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And before I was just so prepared. Would look forward to it because I had that support before, and now everything's like shifting, and it really really it annoys me. It annoys me, and it affects it affects me in every way, from the way I eat to the way I sleep to the way I handle a situation to the way I talk to the way I handle a moment. Like, it just, those little things may not to a lot of people, but those are little things that affect me personally, and I don't know how to handle them. I don't know how to speak on it without seeming like I'm not trying to be mean or confrontational, but it's just those are things that I want to be able to get out of the way so we can all be on the same page. So those are just little, like, to me, work is a big thing because we're there all day, Monday through Friday. We're 8 to 10, 12 hours at work, so it has to be an enjoyable place to be. And when it's not, it's very
it
catches up to you. It's devastating. It's just like, oh, here I go again.
Yeah, so it sounds to me also that you have a lot of bottled frustration. As far as you stated eating problems, and so I get it from what you're telling me.
Yeah,
it looks like that also comes from
yes,
your frustration, your stress, and feeling tired. And you said
I used to meal prep.
You used to meal
I
prep.
used to meal prep, so I would work out, and I always had a goal. Okay, in the morning I'm gonna do my shake. I had everything ready. On Sundays, I would do my meal preps, and I was prepared for the week, and I had my fruit ready, so I ate really, really good. I had my water prepared, so in the morning it was just like pack. It was grab my coffee, and to me that, like, okay, I'm gonna have a good day. I'm prepared, and just those little things, for me, I'm prepared.
And where do you think, because you say that you used to be motivated, where do you think that motivation went to, or how what do you think would help you gain that motivation back?
I think right now, talking to you, finding ways to do it, finding easier solution, easier way of handling how I feel, versus me not finding a solution. Like, there has to be a way. I pray a lot. So right now, that's the only way I handle my things. I pray a lot before I get to work. I pray a lot when in a moment of heat, in a moment of frustration at work. I kid you not, I will pray by myself. I will take a moment and I will go to the kitchenette, or I will go to the restroom. Even if I don't have to go to the restroom, but I'll go and I will pray a minute or two and just say, God, just keep me cool. I know I know I can handle this. I'm okay. Just please help me. Just remove any bad energy around me, and just so I think that's what's been getting me through it. It's just me, and that's what's been getting me through it. It's praying and just staying as positive as I can.
Yeah, so it sounds to me that you have really good strengths. Those are all really good strengths as far as praying, and so it sounds to me that you have these coping skills that you used in the past that have worked for you. You say anxiety, you rated it a 10. What do you feel when you're feeling that anxiety?
I think I feel short of breath. I feel tension, like all right here. I feel like this. Like I'm just like, oh, I'm holding so much, and I physically feel it. I have knots all the time, and I'm just like, oh my God. And I don't want to live on pain medication. I don't want to live on ibuprofen either. It's just, I want to be able to handle it and me take a breather, take a stretch, and just, it's okay, But sometimes it just becomes too much.
Yes, definitely. And so your anxiety, and then I guess like you're saying, it's causing your headaches, as you also listed here in your intake.
Yes.
It's adding to your eating problems, memory problems.
Yes, I mean, I lost my keys, my house keys. Where I left them, I don't know. It's just, I think I'm living always in the moment, that I'm just like boom, 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 and I'm just living like I feel robotic. I feel robotic 70% of my time. I'm just like boom, work, da da da, and it's just like, where did I leave them? And that's frustrating too.
Yes.
Because those are like important little things that you cannot lose. And I do.
Yes, probably also because you have a lot in your mind. And
yeah, so, I have a lot going on, yeah.
Like you say, you just, you're in the moment at the moment. But without being aware.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Is that
I guess,
how it feels like?
Yeah, I guess you can say that, yeah.
So where I'm getting at with all of this, or what I get from what you're saying, Priscilla, is that maybe we can work at setting some goals.
Okay.
So like I said, we can't change certain facts.
Yeah.
Like your work demand, the work schedule,
yes.
Certain things about your environment, but we can definitely try to channel some of those feelings and emotions.
Okay.
So that we can focus on really relieving some stress.
Okay.
Maybe something that could help you find a better way.
Okay.
To deal with all of these basically external forces.
Okay.
Basically that are out of your control. So for example, with your anxiety, maybe something that we can set as far as a goal, we can do some breathing techniques, some anxiety techniques.
Okay.
Being able to manage that anxiety, breathing exercises, and just having learning to be aware of that anxiousness, those feelings that you're having. Also maybe time management. Do you think that would also be a goal?
I think so too. Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that, but yeah, time management.
It sounds to me like you've been there before with your working out and meal prepping, and so you have all these really good coping techniques and skills that help you be on the roll, and to organize yourself. So maybe also working on time management can bring us back to to bring you back on track, and hopefully that helping you with the headaches, the tension, the eating problems, the sleeping problems that you listed on here also.
The anxiety builds sleeping problems, because I wake up and I'm just, okay, what I have to do tomorrow at work, and what's due, and okay, what my daughter needs this, and it's my mind's going all day, all night. So and then there goes my insomnia. That's another problem. It's just like one thing after another.
Everything starts adding up and building up, and leading to that anxiety and that stress. And so so we can start there. With some of those avenues with coping the stress, in retaking those strategies that you used in the past.
Okay.
Also, prayer and getting you back in track with working out and just to achieve your goals and just you know again the awareness tackling your overall goals.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
So maybe we could start there in our
Yeah,
next
let's
session.
start there. Yeah.
Okay, sounds great.
Alrighty.